Hey, welcome back. I'm Cloud Kicker. Hey, uh, the new Batman trailer just dropped a couple hours ago, so I just want to do just a little quick video, not really a deep dive into it. Just want to give you my little reaction on it. So I'm gonna go right here, take a look at it, and then come back and then see what I think about it and see what you think about it. If you're having any kind of concerns on this new reboot sort of the franchise, or is this new iteration of the franchise, to see if we're on the same page, or if maybe there's something I'm missing on it. But kind of have some hope for this, but we'll see how things go. I think his Batman is better than a Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne is still like he came out of a graveyard. See, the action scenes look pretty good. So the action scenes, the action scenes on it look pretty good. I don't think that was the issue. I know a couple months back, I guess some of the executives, when they were doing it in I guess an in-house preview on some of the things, some of the executives, from what I heard, they had more concerns of the Bruce Wayne scenes, and those were the scenes that they had to reshoot over again. All the actual Batman scenes that they enjoyed, and the action and the direction of it all were good. They were having concerns of just the Bruce Wayne scenes, and I think one of the issues was Robert Pattinson not being as big as the stunt doubles that were playing Batman, and we'll see how that is. But when you see him as Bruce Wayne, that doesn't look like a Playboy billionaire. It looks like an emo billionaire. Uh, that part just doesn't. I hope that there is some kind of explanation for that part, but it's definitely a different Bruce Wayne than what we've seen before. Now the Batman, is seems kind of consistent for you know what the different types of Batmans that we've had. It's still along the same lines, but that Bruce Wayne, compared to all the other Bruce Waynes that we've had, uh, seems vastly different, even more different than how Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne was. But yet he played an older Bruce Wayne, which gave a little bit more credibility to why he was a little bit more cynical at his age and all the stuff that he went through. And this is supposed to be like what, year one or year two? I think year one Batman. So way different than what we see with the Nolan version, and how his Bruce Wayne was depicted when he was coming back into Gotham, and then how this one is. So hopefully it's have some explanation for that. I don't like how Riddler knows who he is. And it seems like a lot of these films, they always want to out the superhero's identity for some reason. But in the comics, it goes on for like a long time before anyone figures it out. And yes, he's the Riddler, and he's very intellectual, but it shouldn't just be that easy, or we shouldn't just have it in like the first film that he figures him out. And it's kind of ridiculous. Either a villain figures him out, or a side character figures him out like so easily. And you know it takes out some of the suspense of them eventually finding out who he is. But we'll see how things go. I mean, from what I see, it looks entertaining enough for me to actually go see it. I don't have any issues with that from what I'm seeing. Uh, Her playing Catwoman is, no real issues with it. The media will probably make a big deal saying people don't like her playing Catwoman. It's all going to come down to her acting, and if she can pull off the Catwoman, the sexuality that Catwoman has, even though some of the stupid things that she says online, I think a lot of people will ignore it because she hasn't gone, full crazy or full fan attack mode or anything like that. She just made some comments. about not objectifying her when she's like doing it herself. She's using her own sex appeal to get a job and to promote everything. So it's confusing. I was like, I don't know why some of these actors and actresses like say these things, but yet they do it to themselves, and they want to criticize anyone else who's thinking along the same lines that they're thinking when they're promoting themselves. But so far everything is going to be fine. I still want to know about the Riddler and if he's going to keep that mask. 'Cause every time I see one of these trailers, it feels more like he's fighting the Scarecrow in this movie than the Riddler. So I know they probably want to add some mystery to it because he's the Riddler, but it's just a different take probably that we're just going to have to get used to when we watch it, and hopefully they have some explanation why he's keeping the mask on, or there's just we'll see if it's just a costume or if there's a reason for him to be hiding. Maybe he's living like a dual life, also like Batman. So we'll see if that works. We'll see if they put him in somewhere close to Batman or close to something like that in his, I guess, normal everyday life before he's the Riddler or while he's the Riddler. So that would be something to see. I also want to see how Penguin fits into all of this. We only kind of like get the same glimpses of him through all the different trailers, with the car chase. So since that's like the only time we see him, I'm wondering if that's maybe like near the ending or if it's near the beginning, kind of like the opening of this, and we're kind of like basically skipping over the Penguin as like that happened in a previous movie or a previous thing, and then he's not even in the film, or maybe at the very end. Because having 3 villains in a brand new film, it's kind of a lot. It reminds me of when they're trying to add the Riddler and Two-Face and then Poison Ivy in the old Batman Forever movie. It was just too many like all at once, and you didn't give enough time to go through the characters. And a lot of the fans understand who they are, but some people don't, and some people want to learn more about these characters that are coming in. And if they rush it expecting everybody to know everything about these characters, it's not going to turn out good. So they got to be aware of that. Hopefully Matt Reeves, when they're deciding on, when they were putting together the storyline of this, they're making sure to have some background on the characters and making sure they're fleshed out and they're not just thrown in there as these, like the Penguin's not just thrown in there just to be an extra character or just to be an extra kind of cash grab in there. But it's also I want to see more of the Penguin. I want to see more of Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I want to see more of his makeup that he has. If they have him, overweight, all that we see usually is just his face and some of the scarring on that. So that's real interesting. Like what I want to see where they were going with his character, not just the Riddler or Catwoman, but I want to see more what they got of him going on in this film. So other than that, I mean, looks pretty good so far. So just keeping my hopes up. No one's destroying the film through social media as of yet. So we'll see how it goes. See if they keep their tongues tied on this.